This is Badass Billy Gunn, 11-time WWE Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Hardcore Champion, and you're listening to ICOPOD. You gotta hear this.
Man.
And if you're not listening to this, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Yes.
And we're back with episode 52 of ICOPOD. That's right. It's ICOPOD. I'm Bob Collins Jr. and always with me, Austin Skinner. What's going on, Austin?
Ooh, what's going on? What's going on, Bob? Not too much since last week. I'm in just about the same spot. I got a string cheese, pull apart string cheese snack in me, and I am ready to go again for another riveting episode of ICOPOD.
Well, I had a personal pan pizza from Subway for $2.92. So that's probably going to be going through me in about 45 minutes. So I'm hoping that we can get right through this before I shit my pants.
Ooh, it's a race against the clock.
Yeah. Luckily for us this week, there is no observer note. There's no new notes for observer notes. There's, in fact, no house shows. And guess what? There's no new syndication notes either. It's just basically the show. So we can basically just bullshit for the first, hour and a half.
Well, what did everybody think? What do they think? They're on holiday? They don't just have to do anything?
Yeah, I don't understand.
What do they think? It's Christmas?
So you can just mail it in?
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah. I was quite surprised that there was literally no new developments in regards to anything.
Yeah, pretty surprising. Speaking of surprising.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know if we've talked it out. Actually, I don't know if we've talked about this on air.
Well, there was something you had to talk to me off the air that you didn't talk to me off the air that you said for last week's. Like, there's something I talked about that I haven't said about for season 2, blah, blah, blah.
You know what? Yeah, let's put it out.
Okay.
Let's put it out there.
Yeah, because you didn't mention it.
All right, so going back to our new graphic for 1994, what I'm thinking is pretty simple. We're just going to invert the colors because really as ICOPRO's ads kind of matured, they moved away from the black and kind of went into the white colorways. So that's what I'm thinking for the logo. Now, they also switched up taglines at one point for ICOPRO, the supplement company, of course, where we borrow our genius idea from for our name, for our podcast, or our podcast, actually. So they eventually switched over to the tagline, and let me just look to make sure I got it right here. What champions are made of, which was pretty late in the ICOPRO lifespan.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, so I'm either thinking of keeping that, and we'll just kind of go with that for the next season, or I'm thinking of getting rid of that and just keeping "You've Got to Hear It" in black text at the bottom. But I feel like that's too similar, so I don't know. I might keep with the what champions are made of. I think by 94 we are what champions are made of because we survived 93.
Right, and we listened to Lex Luger and we didn't take drugs.
Right.
That is not what champions are made of.
Exactly.
You just gotta say no.
So I think that's what we're gonna stick with. I was gonna wait and just be like, "Hey guys, look at this surprise!" I really like the new logo. By the way, it looks much more clean. I was able to use kind of a different editing software than last time. Last time it was very cobbled together. Again, we were on a whim last time and setting this up. It just all happened to fall into place. So I'm hoping with our second year in, season number 2, we're a little bit more put together. And I think we will be.
Yeah. There'll be tags on each episode. That'll be good. Categories and a website that actually looks like a website. That'd be pretty good.
So, yeah. So we'll stick with us because we'll stick with you guys, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, until like a better option comes up.
Right.
You know.
So you have at least a new graphic to look forward to. So if you're sick of the dark brooding ICOPOD graphic, it will be fresh and new for 1994.
Yeah, and there could be a new co-host in 94. I might just ditch Austin one night. I might be like, hey man, yeah, let's get on Google Hangouts. And then I never show up. And then he'll wonder what's going on. And then on Monday, he'll see that there's a new episode. And oh my God, it's Dallas Gridley and Bob talking about WWF 94, or maybe I'll have a smoking hot girlfriend and I'll be like, hey man, fuck you. I'm out. It's been fun. And then she'll probably break my heart and I'll come crawling back. Like, oh, hey man, ICOPOD.
I was gonna say, or you'll wake up from your dream sequence and be like, "Oh fuck!"
Wow! I walked right into that one. I deserve that. That would be a dream sequence for sure. There is no doubt about it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Bob, if you were like, "Listen, dude, I want you to continue this podcast. I think it's good. I can't commit to doing it anymore." That would be the end of the podcast. Like I wouldn't do it without you. So
why not?
It would be lame.
I don't know. Well, it's like I've thought about that. Like if you were like, hey man, I can't do it anymore. Like would I go solo or would I like find somebody else? Like, I don't think I would find anybody else. I think I would just do it myself if I were to do it.
You do it solo, really?
I mean, the episodes would probably be like 35 minutes long, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. It'd be weird just talking myself.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. So.
Yeah, no. If you're out, I'm out. Like I wouldn't continue it just because I feel like you put a lot of work into this. Definitely more so than me.
I mean, I put into it in the sense of like editing. Well, it's not even editing. It's like just cutting off the ends and then having the show and uploading it. It's not that much work.
Well, and then you do the extra like research with the notes and stuff like that, syndication and Observer and yeah, but like not everybody would be like that, Bob.
Yeah, you're trying to put me over and I'm just shutting it down. Yeah, it's not that long.
Yeah, I fucking suck. Yeah, I don't do shit.
Well, I didn't put categories on a fucking ICOPOD page for a year, so people could have been listening to us and I didn't have it there.
Well, that's why we're the perfect team, because when you don't do something, I do it. And then when I don't do something, you usually do it.
Usually, but sometimes I don't do it. So it's
right. So, it works.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, if I don't ask out that girl, that doesn't mean that you turn around and then ask her out.
Oh, that's too late. We weren't doing that?
No. Why?
Do you want her number?
You have her number already?
Absolutely.
Oh, my fucking
We're going on a second date.
What?
It's been a week, asshole. How long do you think I got to wait for this shit?
Yeah, Bob, as soon as the podcast was over, I fucking DM'd her. I fucking every single person with that first name, and I found her.
Damn right. Dialed it up. 619 style, baby. Dial it up.
Man.
So, yeah, you're slacking on that one.
Demoralizing. Just an update for everybody for last week. I am not dating her. She has not messaged me this evening, so it's probably over. Any kind of interest or anything, it's likely over with. She could be listening outside my door and I don't even know about it. So now I'm kind of sketched out. So if she were to like ring my doorbell right now, I'd probably have a heart attack.
All right, let's do this. We're going to do another bet here on ICOPOD because that's what we do. Okay. If she doesn't text you before 12:15 tonight, what should I do? What do you want me to wager? I'll do something next week, next episode.
What am I wagering?
I just want to see if my hunch is right or not.
Okay.
So if I'm wrong and she doesn't text you at all or before 12:15.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What should I give up? What do you want me to do, Bob?
I don't know. I don't know where this is going.
Because I know she's going to text you tonight.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
I don't think she will.
I think for sure.
I don't think so. And you're giving me like a false hope into believing that she will, but I don't think she will. I just have a hunch. Like I didn't expect it the other night either when that happened. So maybe I'm just stupid, but
Hmm.
no. Like,
All right, how about this? How about this?
Hang on a minute. It's funny that you said that because before you said it, I had thrown my phone across the room so I would stop like glancing down to see if she had done anything. Now you said that, so now it's like I have to have it right next to me just for me to be like, oh yeah, so Jeff checked. Oh, she did it. You know, she's there. I'm talking to her. Yeah.
So we'll do this. If she texts you before 12:15 tonight,
And it's, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:25.
so she's got plenty of time.
Yeah, just what, under 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if she does, nothing happens because I was right. If she doesn't,
Okay.
we will watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Oh my God. Don't text me.
We will watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and either we'll do it like really soon and just put it up, or it'll be our next bonus episode.
Okay.
Like we'll pause all the bonus episodes and like that's the next one.
That's the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't message me now.
Well, there it is. There's my wager.
Just so I can be like, baby, we're watching Dirty White Boy today.
That's my wager.
Chris, the fucking sand monster ghost thing or whatever, zombie mummy.
So there we go. Now, you've heard it here, folks.
If she texts me now or messages me and ruins this, I'm gonna have to flip out on her.
You're just right. Can you fucking not?
Do you realize that you ruined Smokey for me? She's like, what the
Smoky.
I'm like, Smoky Mountain?
She'd be like, are you fucking feeling okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, there you go. It's on the line. It's on the line.
Fans of ICOPOD will never know about Tracy Smothers.
If I had my way, God damn it, they wouldn't. But we'll see. I'm leaving it up to fate.
Fuck. Yeah, listen. All right, so 12:15.
12:15. We're giving her that buffer, 15 minutes.
All right, 12:15.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to.
I don't know.
I really don't think so.
50-50.
I'm gonna go 70-30 that she doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you don't have a lot of faith, Bob.
No, well, yeah, I already saw her today.
Right? That's true.
So, and we had dialogue. But although the other time we did have dialogue and I had seen her as well. So
There you go.
I'm making notes. Maybe she doesn't want to come across desperate. Maybe
I
she's
don't
outside.
think that would.
Maybe she's outside my window right now. I'm gonna be paranoid now.
She's watching. Yep.
I swear to God, if I see her name pop up on my phone, I'll be pissed.
Speaking of which, do you have Netflix, Bob?
I do.
Quick sidebar here before we get into our show. You need to go out of your way to
If
watch.
you say fucking Bird Box, I swear to God.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You need to go out of your way. It's a 10 episode season. You need to go out of your way to watch You. That's what it's called. You.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a series about stalking. It's fictional, obviously. So it's like a story. Yeah. So it's fictional. It was a Lifetime series that they kind of inherited the series, and they picked it up for a season 2 that they're filming. So I fucking got wicked into this. Katie showed me it because some of her coworkers were talking about it. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're into like the mystery kind of thriller, just uneasiness.
Well, here's the thing. I hate that you did this because, like, in 2015 or whatever, when I had just gotten my apartment, my sister had done a post about making a murderer.
Yeah.
And I had saw it at like probably roughly the same time as right now, probably around like 10 o'clock or so. And
okay.
I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. My sister has some pretty good taste in shows, music, things like that. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was like a real life wrongfully convicted or alleged wrongfully convicted guy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I started at like 10 o'clock, and I was hooked. I was so reeled into it that I was up until like 4 a.m. watching that fucking series.
The same night?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I started at 10, and it's like a 9-part like first season or
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, so remember I was like, okay, I'll get through 5.
Sure.
So I got through 5 of them in one night, and of course it was like my last day of days off or whatever.
Yeah.
So of course it's like that's gotta happen. But then I woke up after like 4 hours of sleeping. I was like, okay, I'll watch 2 more before I go to work. So I watched the first 7 in like 12 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's gross. And then I worked 10 hours. I came home, I watched 1 more, went to bed, got some decent sleep, and then watched the last one before I went to work the next day.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about you is the episodes are about 40 minutes each. Like I said, there's only 10 of them. And each episode has a swerve in it. Like you don't see what's coming. So
what's the plot? Is there a guy stalking a girl or something?
So yeah,
because if that's the case, that makes my conversation about this girl look really bad.
No, we're not tying that together. So let's just drop that.
I think she's stalking me.
Yeah. Shoes on the other foot.
Yeah.
This guy, he works at a bookstore. Really, it's in New York City. It's based in New York City, so it's like city living or whatever. They're young, and this guy is kind of a recluse, really nice, normal guy, wicked, like run of the mill, standard guy, and he has an addiction. He meets this girl in the bookstore, and it just kind of rolls from there. But it's a really interesting take on like social media and how that affects our lives and just the relationship between people these days and how things can kind of, the worst case scenario. It's really interesting. You'll be like, holy shit, every episode. Like, I can't believe that fucking happened. And I don't go out of my way to watch shows like that because I'm more of if I'm going to watch a series, I want it to be like a documentary or like a Making a Murderer or something like that. But no, Katie had mentioned this to me. So we sat down. It took me till about episode 2-ish where I was like, okay, I'm pretty invested in this story. I want to see where this goes. So yes, I would suggest it for sure.
That happened to me with Breaking Bad.
I've never watched it. Yeah.
So yeah, Breaking Bad, it probably would be like the first 2 or 3 episodes are kind of long, drawn out. It's all about kind of setting up the plot.
Yeah.
But like midway through first season until the season finale or series finale of season 5, I think they went 5 or 6. It's incredible. It's like the greatest show ever for me. Like one of the greatest shows ever. Like it's incredible. I'm a big Bryan Cranston fan.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's a great actor. Not to get like off topic all that much, but from like Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, he's been in some good stuff.
Yeah, to Breaking Bad. He has a wide character depth. So.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Well, speaking of character depth, WWF 93 has a wide range of character depth. You've got Bash and Booger, a gargoyle guy, I guess, or whatever. Virgil's a professional ass kicker, boxer guy. Tatanka's a Native American.
You got a clown.
Yeah. A dwarf clown.
A sexy boy.
A sexy boy. A guy with flames on his head.
Yeah.
A guy who survived a nuclear plant explosion.
Right.
A hitman.
True.
A jealous brother.
Yeah.
A guy who is super patriotic and doesn't take drugs, nor does he talk to girls, and he had a successful football career that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
country music wannabe.
Yeah.
A tax man.
The Patriot guy's probably the fakest character on the roster.
Oh yeah. It's not even of all the things that I've mentioned that are characters. That's the one where you would think it's like the realest, and it's the most fake.
Yeah.
But hey, Lex, if you still want to do that opening for ICOPOD, you can.
I wish, man.
Yeah.
I wish.
You have a diesel truck.
Yes, true.
Real life
True.
diesel truck.
True.
Who else is there? A model.
No, we got a model. Yeah.
You got a kid.
We had the brain. We got a gorilla.
You got a gorilla.
Uh,
You got a corrupt promoter who's on trial for steroids. So that's
all right, we still got him.
yeah.
Fucking Jack Tunney.
Yeah. Got a sumo wrestler, a dead guy,
True. Yep.
rappers.
Yep. We got an African bushman in Kamala.
Right. You got the guys that eat anything and are Samoan and the head shrinkers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a notification, but not from her. It's from ESPN. Oh,
shit.
Close. I should probably mute that just in case if she does.
Well, who did you think was calling last episode? That's why I ignored it.
Who did I think was calling you?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. Was it Katie?
No, your woman.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? God damn.
I was like, fuck, I hope he didn't hear that.
Oh my God.
That's why I totally no-sold it.
Wow.
But
Well, it's never going to happen.
Well, speaking of no-selling.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get into this week?
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Episode 52. It is WWF Monday Night Raw, December 20th, 1993. We are taped from White Plains, New York. And I want to point out right now that this show was actually taped on November 29th.
Wow.
So they kept this one in the bucket a little bit before they actually showed it.
Wow.
Yeah. So this would have been what? 6/13. So this is a tape 3 weeks ago.
Almost a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. All right. So the show starts off with a video package promoting what happened 2 months ago on Superstars between Ludvig Borga and Tatanka. Remember, Borga used a chair to end Tatanka's undefeated streak. He hit him over the back on the floor. Yeah. They actually cut away from the chair shot, saying it's too violent to be shown on TV, which makes no sense because I'm pretty sure we've seen it previously on Raw.
We have.
So I don't understand how now. Is it because it's the holiday season? They don't want to scare children? I don't understand. But apparently now it is too violent for television. He hit him over the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this the era of WWF where like you can't do anything now with weapons? I don't understand. Anyway, Yokozuna would then hit, I think it was at least 2 bonsais, right?
Yeah, yep, on Tatanka, because remember, that's what caused him to not be in the Survivor Series match.
Right. So he was laid out. We hear from Tatanka saying that Borga will feel the pain and agony that he felt on that night, plus the sorrow of his tribe, family, and friends had felt. He's coming to destroy Borga and get his revenge. Then go. I love that. I like that. I like that music. We go to the Raw opening video, and then when we come back to the arena, Vince McMahon is on commentary, and he introduces Bobby. Oh, that's right. Damn it to hell. I keep on doing it. He introduces his special co-host for this evening, and it's not Jim Cornette. Instead, it is the real, undisputed, the real deal WWF Intercontinental Champion, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Michaels comes out and he jokes that McMahon has been eating Christmas food a little early, insinuating that McMahon's looking a little plump, which McMahon was like, "What? No, me, no." They promote who will be on the show, which includes Owen Hart, Jeff, and Jeff Jarrett is who they mentioned. And I was quite impressed, shocked, and surprised, and impressed again, and floored that Michaels was able to spell out Jarrett's name completely without messing up. I thought for sure he was going to mess it up, but he pulled through.
They probably have a giant cue card on the other side of the camera, like, Sean, right here.
Sean, like, yeah, or somebody's in his ear, like, all right, ready, goes J-E double F J-A double R-E double T. I got it, yeah, great. And considering it's taped, that might be something similar to Lex Luger, where it's like 4 hours of an opener.
I don't know.
I don't know.
How do you spell it? I don't know. Oh, man. So I have to make a quick correction here because last episode I had mentioned that was the holiday episode. I was getting them a little confused. So the actual holiday graphics with the nameplates and stuff is going to be this episode. Forgive me, I jumped the gun. All right, I was a little trigger happy.
No, so
yes.
So what this means is now we have to go back, retape the last episode,
delete it,
restart this one.
Right.
Oh man, this is gonna be a long day, long night.
Yeah, good thing these fucking people. Good thing we've cut the stream because these bastards. You know what I mean? Fucking people.
Yeah, they're fucking weird. They don't give me any.
Oh, we're on the
Patreon.
air.
Oh, what?
Hey.
Oh, I could take them.
ICOPOD, got here.
Hey, man, we're glad we're helping with your depression.
Nice, Bob. Nice.
Of course, I'm serious with the helping. Anyway, we go to our first match of the evening. And it is the debut of Double J Duff.
Oh God.
Let's cut now. Okay. Double J people. Double J. Jeff Jarrett taking on PJ Walker. Now, I tried to find a way to accurately describe what Jeff Jarrett was wearing. Considering you are the go-to fashion police critiquer and you know everything about it, Austin, what the fuck is Jeff Jarrett wearing here?
Yeah, so it's funny you mentioned that because I was actually struggling myself, but I do have some notes here. Real quick, just to kind of take one step backward, I am looking forward to Sean on commentary this week. I think he'll have kind of some funny things to say, maybe even some actually insightful things to say, hopefully. So I thought that was a nice little surprise. I was bummed to see that my concerns came true with Cornette not being a permanent kind of fill-in, it seems. Hopefully I'm wrong, but it's looking like that's going to be the case, that he's not actually going to be the guy.
It could be like tryouts, you know.
Yeah, we'll see. And if it's kind of a revolving door for a couple of weeks, I don't think I'll mind. Just to like break it up a little bit. But as far as Jeff's attire, speaking of breaking things up a little bit. So the best way I can explain this to you is that, first of all, it's a god-awful white robe he comes out in.
I don't even know if it was a robe. It looked like a cape.
Well, so yeah, it was like a robe, but it was tassels around the chest, around the arms. They hung down a little bit. And then when he takes that, he's got a white headband too. So it's almost like if Savage's robe or Savage's coat, let's say, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake's gear had a baby. Like that's what you would get. That's how I'd explain it. And like the ring gear is 10 times worse because the jacket robe thing comes off. He takes the headband off. And then it's you've seen the top where it looks like almost like the neck of a guitar. So the fabric's like the straps in the front. And it's all white. He's got really tight white long tights on. And just a really shitty sew job of like frills on one of the legs. Very confusing. I don't know. I want to say maybe it's a play on what some of one famous or popular country star maybe was doing at the time. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the reference is supposed to be. But it looks it's an abortion. It looks horrible. It looks like Savage had scrap, like fabric left over. And they're like, hey, make something for Jeff Jarrett out of this shit. They're like, all right, well, we only got white. We'll see what we can do. And like, that's what they came up with. Not good. Not a good first impression either. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. And it's like the first time where you can maybe gauge if this guy's going to be a star or not.
Right.
And as soon as he came out, I like groaned. I was like, oh no, what are you wearing? That might work in Memphis, but I don't know about here.
Yeah, for me, it was when he took the entrance gear off and we really saw what he had on. That was like, whoa, what the fuck? Because part of me was hoping, even though I knew it wasn't to be, part of me was hoping it was almost like a honky tonk man, where It's like the entrance gear, and then he can peel it off. It's almost like a bodysuit, and then he's got like the tights and like an actual wrestling outfit underneath.
Yeah.
But no, like that was his gear. So I was like, oh fuck. So that's what we were getting with Jeff Jarrett here as far as gear goes.
Kind of a disappointing first glance after like months of
Super. Well, think about it. Think about it, Bob. Why didn't he come out in like one of the really like studded up suits and like a cowboy hat like he's been wearing, and then have wrestling gear under that or something?
Yeah, because what he came out in doesn't fit anything that we had seen prior.
Right. It's just exactly. It's like opening up a present on Christmas, and it's like, oh, well, that's not the shape it was, but here's what it is.
Yeah, it's like when it's like a fake out. A big ass box. You're thinking, oh, it's gonna be like a TV or something. You open it's like a gift card. There's all paper in it. It's a gift card.
Right.
That's what we got with Jeff Jarrett. We got a gift card.
Yeah.
Jarrett grabs a microphone and tells the fans pretty much the same things that we've been hearing for 8 to 9 weeks now.
While his music continued, so you could barely hear it.
Yeah, how he's the greatest singer, dancer, all that, country star, and he's going to do the same thing here in the WWF and prove that he's the best wrestler as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a disappointing start. Walker gets the early advantage with a couple of arm drags, but then Jarrett avoids like the third one or something. So he's just like, oh, I'm smart. Well, it took you 3 tries, Jeff.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? He delivers a standing dropkick for some momentum. He decks Walker with a clothesline and shows off his muscles. He continues his offense with a snap suplex, so that misses a middle rope fist drop. But moments later, Jarrett comes off the ropes and plants Walker with a jumping DDT for the victory.
I'm going to let you go first, Bob.
Okay. So this is a bummer. Probably a pretty big bummer for me. I'm trying to think of what they're maybe thinking here. They're trying to maybe have him come across as being not a accomplished wrestler. Like he wants to become that. He's going to show that. That's why Walker maybe got so much offense in. But yeah, no, I wasn't digging it. Jeff was pretty boring with his offense. And I mean, I like the jumping DDT for a finish. Although you can make the argument that for a heel, it shouldn't be. I don't want to say it's not flashy, but it's kind of flashy. It's you got to run, you got to jump. Maybe it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, no, I wasn't digging this one. And as if a new viewer, or if you're trying to give this one more shot, you're looking at Jeff Jarrett and you're just thinking, this guy's going to end up like Rick Martel. That's kind of how I took it.
Well, real quick, we did get announced that Jeff Jarrett will be one of the entrants in the 1994 Royal Rumble,
which is amazing to me because he's done nothing.
Right.
So how is he in a match to crown to determine the number one contender for the main event in WrestleMania 10 when this is his first televised match and he hasn't done anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we get that.
But Lex Luger can't be in it.
Right. Yeah, they have to vote. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Sean basically mocks that and was like, "Oh, that's all right. He was the number one man announced for the Rumble. HBK was. So whatever. Who cares if Jeff Jarrett's in it?" So he kind of buries him a little bit there. Jeff basically strutted out of every move and didn't really do a whole lot of anything in this match. For a debut match, I couldn't agree more with you, Bob. I thought it was very disappointing, especially with a, almost 2-month hype up. Just kind of confusing. That's, I think, the best way to describe my feeling after that. I'm confused because the whole time he's talking about how he's a great country music singer, but he's even a better wrestler. So now I'm thinking, okay, this guy's a fraud on every front. So he talked his way into the door, is what I'm assuming. Other than that, I thought the match itself dragged on kind of long, especially with nothing happening. Jeff missed a fist drop off the top rope, was able to recover. He hit that jumping DDT, which I don't know. I'm not over the moon about it. I'm not super impressed with it. Just pretty lackluster in general, especially after how much he's been hyped up and kind of the effort that has gone into debuting him. Disappointing for sure, confusing, lackluster. Those are my top 3 words coming out of that one.
And it's a shame because I was so excited too for
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that I'm completely over it, and maybe he's got to find his routine here, because this is stuff that maybe works in Memphis, USWA, which is where he had been wrestling for 7 years.
Right.
So, you got to probably figure out a different style for WWF crowds, and I would have to think he'll get there. But initially here, a rough start for Double J.
I was hoping he'd shine a little bit more.
Yeah.
For sure.
We then go to the previously mentioned hotline, where fans can vote on whether or not Lex Luger should be in the Royal Rumble match. And they say perhaps we can influence WWF President Jack Tunney. Now, the idea here is that since Luger lost at SummerSlam 93, that as a result, he cannot challenge for the WWF World Championship ever again. Which would be fine. This is a clear loophole in that, because he can earn it. They're saying that you can't get one, meaning they won't give you one. But if you earn it, you would have to do so by winning the Royal Rumble. It seems pretty cut and dry, like an easy way of getting around that stipulation that you put in there in August. So obviously this is a money grab for fans. But yeah, we want Lex. Come on, man, do it.
Right. And it kind of insults your intelligence a little bit if you were one of those people who kind of bought the pay-per-view for that reason back then. Like, we just stole your money. Like, that's all that was.
Well, it's like when you do like career versus career matches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or a retire match. So like Ric Flair, all the 900 times that he's retired, or Terry Funk.
Yeah.
You go, it's going to be Terry's last match here.
I got to be there. Yeah.
And then 3 months later, he's like, "Oh, I'm coming back to that high school gym in New Jersey. I'm gonna wrestle Balls Mahoney." I'm like, what, dude? You just had a match with Bret Hart for your retirement, and now you're Balls. What? Why are we doing that? Oh, I can't stay away.
Right.
What? Or like, oh, I retired. Oh, WCW gave me a call. Well, I'm going. Okay, it doesn't make any sense, but some people just can't get away. Wrestling will do that to you. They'll take as much as they can from fans. It's not even.
Well, and they'll take as much as they can from the performers. They'll suck you fucking dry.
Yeah.
Although I was thinking about how funny would it be here is if like the vote line, they all voted no. No, don't let him in the Rumble.
Could you imagine if it was like all the fans we're following the rules of what you guys have provided? It's 93 no, 7 yes. Could you imagine if Vince McMahon got that back? Would he be like, "Oh my fucking god, I've made a huge mistake.
What the fuck am I gonna do?"
Yeah.
All
right, just flip it. Yeah, 93 yes. No.
50-50 up. Guess we'll give him the shot.
That would be funny.
Oh my god.
That would have happened, present day for like Roman Reigns before he.
Dude, yeah. You imagine if they opened a vote line for that? Yeah. Holy shit.
They would have been like, no, and then would have. Well, it would have showed the business, because then everybody at, let's say, like the pay-per-view would be booing him, and then people at home would be like, but it was 93 yes, 7% no, and everyone's booing him right now.
Well, it would have been super rigged though too.
Oh well, yeah, obviously.
So
we go into our second match. It is Men on a Mission. Mabel and Mo taking on Dwayne Gill and Barry Hardy. Early on, Mabel uses his power advantage to send Gill and Hardy into each other. I believe he was like countering a double Irish whip attempt, and he just threw them into each other.
Yeah.
And he comes off the ropes to hit a double bulldog for a near fall. I think it's a near fall. Mabel slams Gill onto Hardy. Michaels is insisting on commentary that Diesel and himself wouldn't fight each other in the Royal Rumble, even though McMahon continually says throughout the show that it's every man for themselves, which is true. But I mean, Diesel and Michaels can work together.
Right. That would be smart.
Yeah. So, but he's
Yeah.
like ignoring that and saying that, oh, you can't team up together. Yeah, you can, Vince. I mean, one of you guys have to win, but you work together. You're the final two, and then it's every man for themselves. But
Well,
to get
exactly.
there-
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because Sean goes, "Oh yeah, me and Diesel could eliminate Mabel, no problem in the Rumble." And Vince goes on, and Sean goes, "Yeah, you're not gonna see me and Diesel going at it. We're too close."
right.
And Vince is like trying to argue with him, but think about it. Sean's right. He's had a lot of good points lately.
Yeah.
Fucking the Royal Rumble, the thing about Razor, like you're kind of starting to agree with Shawn Michaels a little bit here.
Right. Well, similar to the Jeff Jarrett match, I kind of felt like this was taking forever. Eventually here, Mo plants Hardy with a reversed DDT, and Mabel comes off the middle rope to finish him off with a big splash. I don't know, man. It's just drawn out for me. I don't know. I'm not too keen on the squash matches lately.
Yeah, they haven't been delivering. I mean, the Undertaker had a good one last week,
Yeah.
but that's not saying much compared to like the beginning of '93, where the squash matches were almost as entertaining as like the featured matches.
Right. If not more so,
Right. Well, think of the Steiners and like some of the head shrinker matches. Yoko would have a ton of good like squash matches where he looked like a fucking semi truck running somebody over. Yeah, it's a pretty far departure, and maybe that's a sign of the times. Maybe they're going to start switching up the way they do things. Who knows? But I totally agree with you. I think this tag team match was. Where's my fast forward button for this one?
Yeah,
I wasn't into it. I'm glad you had the finish down because I don't even know if I noted it.
I'm the play-by-play guy. You're the color guy. I think we all know that.
Well, there you go. I did notice, though, that Sean had a decent line in there. So I believe it was when they were doing the quote-unquote Christmas rap. So Oscar was like leading that or whatever. Sean says under his breath, I can't stand this music. He just fucking throws it in there. And it's funny because throughout the night here, Sean's little quips that he does, it almost sounds like they're using a Shawn Michaels soundboard and he's not even there.
Right.
Like they're just peppering in Shawn Michaels lines because just the way maybe it was recorded or how they did it, I don't know. Or if maybe they gave Sean like bullet points to do and he just read the bullet points. I don't know.
Well, no, it's funny you mentioned that because this was the episode where I felt like they were not there live. Like they did a voiceover after that.
I would agree. I would agree with you. Yeah.
Like that, I definitely got that vibe from it.
Yeah, it sounded very canned, especially Shawn Michaels.
Well, you know what? There was a couple times where Vince, it sounded like there was not like an echo, but like he was like let's say this is Vince talking, and then he was like further and further away.
Yeah. So it'd be almost hard to hear. Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, you're right.
Weird sounding commentary for the show.
You're right, and I'm sure it's because they recorded it fucking 2 months ago or a month ago.
Right on November 29th. Yeah.
Right, so almost a month ago, and they probably had to record.
They probably had to actually insert angles or what was going on because they probably didn't know what they were doing at that time.
Right.
This one.
Yeah. So the way they were able to do that is just record the commentary relatively fresh, I guess.
I wonder if Shawn Michaels comes out to ringside, so he was probably there. I guess you would be thinking watching the matches. I wonder when they told Shawn that he'd have to do it again. He's like, I gotta fucking watch that Mount Mission match again.
Yeah, who knows?
Tatanka and Ludvig Borga. Oh my god, I get paid double.
Yeah, right. Vince was probably like, yeah, no problem, pal.
Yeah, let's go to Quiznos. That'll be your payment. Nice shit.
Show me your hairy chest, Sean.
Oh, tell me you're a sexy boy.
I love it.
You're gonna puke.
Yeah, there you go.
We go to the first, right? Is this the first one? Or the second one for Royal Rumble Report?
Yeah, I think this is the first, I believe.
The first, I'm pretty sure. So the first Royal Rumble Report with our boy Todd Pettengill is up next. We are 4 weeks away from the pay-per-view taking place on January 22nd, 1994. He runs down some matches that are going on, so let's get right to it here. WWF World Champion Yokozuna defending the championship against The Undertaker in a casket match. Pettengill lets us know that Taker is working on a double-wide, double-deep casket. Don't know what double-deep means.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you right now. That girl will find out.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Yo,
bro. She'll be screaming my name, Virgil. On. All right, anyway,
my god.
There's another title match. It's never going to happen. There's another title match as WWF Intercontinental Champion Razor Ramon defends against IRS. Pettengill then promotes the 30-man Royal Rumble match, going over the rules, intervals, all that other bullshit. Of course, you all know that. He then says that Lex Luger is being denied entry into the match. He tells us the rules of it. 9 guys have been signed for it, and they are Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Mabel, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Crush, Kamala, Doink, and Scott Steiner. Now, right off the bat, if I'm Mo, I'm pissed. How are you going to put Mabel in the first night and not me? I'm his fucking tag team partner. That's bullshit.
Well, what about Rick Steiner? Is he not pissed?
I'm getting there. Rick Steiner. What is this, fucking favoritism? How come he's in the first 9? That's bullshit. Kamala, we haven't even seen since August.
What the fuck?
What the hell is going on with that? And then Dink can chime in and be like, well, what Doink's in and I'm not in? Like we're a package, we're a tag team. This is bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd collection of guys. Like Bob says, Kamala comes out of fucking nowhere.
I think the last time we saw him was at the SummerSlam Spectacular.
And wasn't he like jobbing out to somebody?
Yeah, he lost to Shawn.
Right. So what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. And it was because Pangles was like, you got a giant Kamala. I'm like, what the fuck? You're treating him like he's been getting put. Like, we haven't seen him.
Yeah. Right.
That was weird.
Right. So that came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
But the way they finished off with Scott Steiner, and Scott Steiner, I was like, fuck, I want him to win so bad.
See? Look at you. Get on the Scotty Steiner train. I'm telling you, man. I give him all the belts. Give him all the fucking belts. I stand by that.
I know.
You don't even need Rick
for
for
sure.
tag team titles. He's got both of them.
No, yeah,
He'll do it
each
by
arm.
himself.
Each arm.
Yeah.
So-
Scott, man, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. The money they could have. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. We go to Ludvig Borga and his pre-tape comments regarding his match with Tatanka, and he says that Tatanka's career is coming to an end tonight. He put him in the hospital last time, but this time he's staying in the hospital. Very creative promo by Ludvig Borga.
Wow. Groundbreaking.
Yeah, that brings it's the promo that everybody talks about for years.
Yeah.
We then go to the third match of the evening. It is the featured match between Tatanka and Ludvig Borga. Tatanka starts off with several strikes in the corner. He knocks Borga to the floor following an overhand strike and continues with blows before sending Borga into the ring post. Tatanka goes on a war dance before hitting a strike in a slam followed by an elbow drop. Borga stumbles to his feet and Tatanka nearly wins with a top rope crossbody. Borga proceeds to just run over Tatanka with a full body strike. And I got to admit, that looked pretty good. I mean, he just, it was almost like a football tackle looking. He just freaking ran right over.
Leveled him.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Borga plants Tatanka with a power slam for a 2 count. And then Tatanka clotheslines Borga. But here comes WWF World Champion Yokozuna. This is going to be deja vu. Tatanka's even like, this is going to happen again? Like the referee, you can't do anything this time. Like, oh my god, last time I got killed. Tatanka slams Borga and goes to the top rope. Fuji knocks Tatanka off the top, and then Yokozuna gets in the ring
with the flag.
Immediately, the bells sound. Yoko tries to attack, but Tatanka fights him off with some chops. Borga then hits him from behind, and it looks like we're gonna get some heel work here. But Lex Luger runs in. And let me tell you right now, you know how last week you were talking about, oh, Bret Hart's and his punches, it look so real and great. Lex Luger has to throw the worst worked punches in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah, one of them at least.
I mean, I don't even know. I could never even act it out as to how he does it.
It almost looks like when he throws it, he like pulls it back a little bit, like, oh, don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Don't want to hurt you.
Yeah. He's like mid flinch every single time.
Yes. Yep.
It is just awful, and it takes you completely out of the moment. I don't even know if has he always done that. Like, I want to watch his WCW stuff now and see if he's always thrown a horrible punch.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because it's fucking bad.
Right.
So Luger hits Yoko with the illegal steel forearm, and in a recreation of the USS Intrepid, scoop slams Yokozuna. And I was expecting maybe a bigger crowd reaction, but the crowd was just like, yeah, okay, you did it.
Well, to be fair, it looked like shit.
I was going to say, yeah, it did not look good at all.
No.
Yeah. The Intrepid was basically a hip toss. So this one was basically Yokozuna just flipping himself over.
Yeah.
For Lex to do it.
Yeah.
So that was seemingly just a layer to the Lex and Yoko feud, probably setting up tag team matches on house show loops or something.
That's what it seemed like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from it. Afterwards, Vince and Sean talk about what Luger just did by slamming Yoko like it's some kind of huge deal. We go to an ICOPRO ad with Tatanka, which is relatively newer style.
Yeah, a little bit different mixed up. Just to go back to the match, though, really quick.
Go ahead.
You're going to be surprised, Bob.
Don't tell me you liked it.
I enjoyed this match. I thought it was Borga's best that we've seen so far. The strikes were on point for both guys. It seemed like they were laying it in. Tatanka showed more fire in this match than I think I've ever seen from him. I was shocked, honestly, about how much I actually got into the match and got out of it, to be honest.
That is one of the most surprising statements I think I've heard you say on this.
Yeah. No, I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match. I liked the ending with I think the team of Luger, Tatanka, and Borga and Yoko work. Like, it works, like you said, for a house show loop. That I guess makes sense to me. No, I did. I liked it. The finish, of course, it gets thrown out. I might have rather have seen maybe Lex having to fight his way to get back out there to Tatanka again or something. Yeah. Instead of just like getting there, like, oh, okay, let's fend him off or whatever. Maybe Fuji like stops him, he decks Fuji or something like that, but a little bit more drama. But no, I did. I literally, I can honestly say that I think this was Borga's best match that I've seen. Coming from him in a Tatanka match, which I had zero interest in and was giving no chance to. It captured my attention and I did like it. I liked this match.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it took us 52 episodes, but by God, Austin Skinner is a fan of Tatanka.
When he puts fire and effort into it.
Fucking did it, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning of this, he was like, there's no fucking way. It's all because of Shawn Michaels. Ironically, Shawn Michaels is on commentary for this one. So
hey, there you go.
But regardless of that, this is one of the proudest moments of my life.
It was. It was a good match.
Holy fuck. Oh my God. Hey, Mike Campbell. This is real, man. We did it.
Yo, Adrian. We did it.
Everybody that ever doubted it, we did it. We prevailed. I want you all right now to do a Barry Horowitz. Get your hand up, pat yourself right on the back. By God, Austin Skinner has joined the Tatanka family. We did it.
I gave him some credit. I did.
Holy fucking hell.
I did. He showed some fire. I think he gets the best out of Borga. They're both kind of like strikers. They throw some good strikes.
Yeah.
Tatanka's chops are fucking,
He did have really good fire because I think he was really buying into like the revenge.
Yeah. And I've put Tatanka's chops over before, but mix that with Borga's strikes, which usually look okay.
Yeah, but you've never put over an entire match.
No, I know.
Tatanka.
No, yeah. No, this was a good match.
Is this when you wake up like Yoko Claus?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, nightmare.
Ah, no, me don't like Tatanka ever. Fucking hell.
I'm like in an Indian tribe doing the war dance. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
You have the mohawk, so you can just get like a little
yeah. You got the earrings, the feather earrings.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck?
You got the little like skirt thing that
just go with it. Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, this is a defining moment, I think, for the pie.
I know. I didn't want to derail you. You were gonna roll on, but I had to.
Well, no, I thought you didn't have anything to say, but fucking A, you did.
No, yeah, I had to admit it. I did. I really enjoyed that match.
This is terrific news. Because ironically, my appreciation for Tatanka is going down. But hey, that's okay. You're going up. I'm kind of leveling up here.
How it
works.
Leveling
down. Yeah. So after Vince and Sean talk about it in the ICO Pro ad, Captain Lou Albano comes out to the ring and waves to the fans. Now this is the one because last week I didn't even fucking mention it. I didn't even see it in regards to Smoking Guns, but this one they like introduce him. It comes out. He just waves to the fans and just seemed really out of place because there's like no context for it. It's just him saying, "Oh, hello." Okay.
Yeah, I want to say that they mentioned something about either a future Hall of Famer or like, hey,
no, they did. It was like future Hall of Famer, and it seemed as maybe they were like he's like trying to scout or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's what I think they're trying to pull with this. Because again, last week it was literally a cameo. They mentioned him on commentary. That's it.
Yeah.
This week, like Bob said, they tried to make like almost like a little ceremony out of it. Like, hey, everybody, they announce him. He gets this little whatever recognition from the crowd, and it's like, all right, he's gonna be ringside. Okay. I think that's the gimmick, though. I think he's like scouting talent.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from it.
Yeah.
That leads us to our fourth match of the evening. It is Adam Bomb taking on Mark Thomas. Usually Bomb gets like a few minutes of showcase here. This is pretty quick and to the point.
Yeah.
All I have written down is that Bomb wins the match following the Adam Smasher.
Yeah, and you know what? We've said it before, but Mark Thomas is fucking jacked.
Oh, yeah. His match was like Bob Backlund earlier in the year. Yeah, he's ripped.
Fucking jacked. So that's who he's going against this week.
He's probably wearing a maroon thong.
Oh, easily. Yeah, easily. He took it. He didn't bring any, so he had to borrow one of Scotty Steiner's.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, that's a definite. But yeah, as far as the match, I did note that Bomb backed Albano into the corner and like Harvey was yelling at him to get out of the ring. So there was a slight altercation there. Bomb shoved off Thomas to start the match. Vince was sharing with us that Thomas was a big Barney fan.
See, I do remember the Barney because he's wearing purple. I think he's wearing purple tights, and he makes that connection to it.
Yeah, like I don't know if that was supposed to be like his way of a joke or like what that was. But
I think it was.
Yeah, it was stupid. So then, yeah, from there, it's a couple more things. Bomb hits the Atom Smasher, and it's like he doesn't take his time with the Atom Smasher here. He literally picks him up, done, drops him, and pins. So I don't know if they were on a crunch for time or what happened there, but he's definitely had better squash matches, put it that way.
Yeah, because usually he'll get a slingshot clothesline from the apron to the ring, a top rope clothesline or something. This was basically just strikes and then Atom Smasher, and that was it. Yeah.
He's able to usually like savor the pain, like the pain he's putting the guys through. This one, it was just like, whatever, go get your shit in and get back to the showers kind of thing.
Yeah. From there, we go into a vignette, and it is not for Jeff Jarrett. Shockingly enough, it's a vignette for a new wrestler. And boy, is this going to be a good one. It is. Sparky Thurman Plug. Now, the screen says Thurman Plug, and then he says, well, you can just call me Sparky. I guess you could technically say Thurman Sparky Plug, because Sparky would be the nickname, not Spark. Anyway, Plug. I feel like I'm going to laugh every time I have to say Plug, because this is me. Anyway, Plug is a race car driver, and this takes place at a racetrack, by the way.
Yeah, it's like stock cars, they call it.
Yeah. He is a race car driver, and his favorite thing to do, well, is racing his car. He's going pedal to the metal when he comes to the WWF, and nobody will stop him. Now, before we divulge much into this, let's give a little bit of a, I guess, spoilers here. Thurman Plug would be Bob Holly, better known as Hardcore Holly. This guy has got like a mullet, comes across like a total geek in this fucking segment. He's a race car driver. So now we're going into like occupational shit. I don't know.
So
I mean, I like him. Like, I like Bob Holly. And in my fantasy booking, I came up with the greatest storyline ever. So,
well, before we get into that,
yeah,
because we are going to get into that. But before we get into that, a couple notes here that I want to bring up. First of all, I think the visual of this vignette was cool. It's like a dusty racetrack at night. The lights are on bright. He's kind of in the pits area, so it's kind of a darker area. He's in the front of his race car kind of thing. So the vibe is kind of cool. However, the guy that walks onto your screen looks like your friend's dad, who's a hell of a barbecue cook, but gets way too drunk on the weekends and does nothing. Doesn't look physical at all. You can't tell. He's got like a baggy race car shirt on, the fucking hat, his mullet sticking out of the back. This literally looks like they took some rednecks tape that a guy sent in and put it on TV. It's just, we don't see anything. There's no inclining of he can be a wrestler. At least, okay, if he's, let's say, he's gonna be the pedal to the metal in the WWF. Say a guy comes up and, well, I guess that wouldn't work actually, because the way it comes off is he's gonna be a face, right?
Right.
That's what it seems like. He's gonna be a crowd favorite, but I don't know. He's got to do something. Guy comes up, gets too close to the car. He tells him to back up. Continues the promo. The guy's still standing there. He's like, "Dude, please back up." Continues with the promo. He beats the guy up, smashes him into the car, or something. Like, make him. We need to know that he can beat people up. Because at least Jeff Jarrett makes references. Oh, I can wrestle.
Well, I'm sure he'll be like, if you get in my way, I'll run you over. Like in future vignettes, or I won't hit my brake button if you try to get my way at the Royal Rumble or something stupid.
I don't see the connection. Yeah. Like race cars to pro wrestling. I don't know. I think that's a stretch, personally.
Yeah.
I was hoping at least we'd see something. And really, we don't. We have no inclining who this guy is, what he's going to do in the ring. And it's the first vignette. Don't get me wrong. It's the first vignette. The imagery was kind of cool. Racing at this time, NASCAR wise, is fucking red hot with, fucking Dale Earnhardt and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not too into it. I don't have much interest. At least it's another face instead of a heel, I guess.
Yeah, we need an influx in face, guys.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that kind of what is being portrayed here is that they're just finding everyday guys.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Company. Right.
I mean, that's just kind of weird to me. I want a bigger vignette. I want like, a larger than life, not, your local furniture mover, Jimmy, he's got muscles, and boy, if you're sleeping on that couch, he might pin you.
Yeah.
Like no.
Right.
I'm not gonna,
right.
and I'm not going to care about that. So I'm not going to care about like a race car driver guy.
Well, you got to think you don't pay to just see two normal guys beat each other up. You pay to see two superstars beat each other up.
Right.
You know, anybody can beat anybody up. That's not how it works. It's just there's got to be more into it than that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, footage from 2 weeks ago on Superstars is shown, and that's where Owen Hart issued a challenge to Bret Hart. And this week, we see footage from Superstars that happened 2 days prior, where Bret Hart was interviewed, and the topic of his brother fighting him was brought up. And he knows that everyone would love to see him wrestle Owen. He'd wrestle anyone that wanted to wrestle him. But Bret says that under no circumstance would he ever wrestle his brother in the ring. He is essentially refusing to wrestle his brother. So there's kind of a couple of things here that I don't like.
Okay.
Number one, Bret Hart is made to look like a coward.
Well, yeah,
What?
he turns down the challenge.
Yeah, why are you saying under no circumstance would you wrestle your brother? I don't understand that. Why? Like, what is the big deal? It's your brother. He wants to prove himself. You're going to wrestle. If you lose, great. Like, you don't want to even give Owen the opportunity.
Well, and you got to think of it this way. It's not like you guys hate each other. It's not going to be violent. It's a friendly competition. Why not?
Yeah, that's what Owen has said. He said just to find out who the better man is.
Exactly.
There's no like, hey, man, I fucking hate your guts. He just wants to get out of your shadow, and then you're refusing it.
Right. So either Bret's a dick and thinks his brother is wicked shitty, or Bret is worried about kicking his brother's ass.
Or he's afraid of losing.
Or he's afraid of losing. Right.
Yeah. So that approach I'm not really a fan of, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I was reading in the Observer, which didn't have any actual notes, which was like behind the scenes or whatever. But like Meltzer.
And we're back.
I fucking hate Spectrum internet.
Why, your internet went out?
100%. Yeah. I had to unplug it. I had to put it back in.
Oh, shit. That happened when I was up there.
Yeah. It's always late at night.
It's so weird.
Yeah. So what was the last thing I said? Because I'm going to have to edit this, and I may keep this part in. That way we know we're back, and that's why it was fucking gone.
Yeah. I know we were talking about the Bret segment. You hated it for two different reasons. I wasn't really able to keep things going while you were gone. I tried to talk a little bit, but I suck without you, Bob.
Okay. Well, yeah. So basically, there are two reasons, which you've already known, but I need to backtrack so I know what I'm talking about, is that he's denying, he's refusing a match. He's backing down from a challenge.
All right, so he looks like a coward.
Yeah, and he's not giving his brother a shot. You know, he's supposed to be this loving brother. You won't even give him a shot.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that was my general thought, and then I was like waiting for you to say something, and then I realized you were frozen, and then I realized my internet was crashed. So
yeah, it's bittersweet for me. So again, I feel like it feels real. So Bret feels like he's being genuine with his comments here. Doesn't feel like it's like the Hitman promo.
Right.
Which is nice. I do like that. But you're right. I feel like as the fighter that Bret Hart is, he even says it. Listen, I don't back down from any challenge. I welcome challenges. I will wrestle anybody, but under no circumstances will I wrestle my brother. And it's like, really, dude? That's where you draw the line? Friendly competition with your brother?
So I have disappointing news.
But
it looks like she is with a dog, and it's definitely not allowed in our complex. It's over.
Okay. Is it a family member?
I doubt it.
What?
I doubt it.
Why?
I doubt it.
Come on.
Right here. This is I'll break the rule here, and I'll comment on it and be like, hey, we're not allowed pets.
No, you can't do that because then our bet will be off.
Okay, fine. It's a crushing defeat.
Will you stop it?
It's over.
I'm going to eat my feelings in chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cry in the shower. Anyway, so coming out of that promo and internet fiasco, I'm gonna try to get through that. I don't want. It's probably gonna crash again or something. So the fifth match is Owen Hart taking on Mike Bell. Owen is still coming out and slapping hands, trying to play the face act, but there's plenty of people not buying into it, and they're getting him the big thumbs down and booing him. But he still gives off the glasses to somebody in the crowd and all that jazz. Owen hits a head scissors on Bell, and he keeps arm control. He hits a snap suplex, and then hits a forearm off the middle rope, followed by a gut wrench suplex. Bell delivers a running clothesline in the corner to get some momentum in his favor. Owen nails Bell with a standing dropkick and a belly-to-belly suplex before locking in the sharpshooter for the victory.
Yeah, I thought it was a good enhancement match here. I think Owen got a hell of a match out of this enhancement guy. And I just, Owen is hilarious in the fact that he's like giving away the glasses still and
He's
slapping
so delusional.
hands. Yeah, he's like, I'm the fan favorite. And it's
Everyone's gonna
hilarious.
side with me.
Yeah, right. So that kills me. I love that little chestnut in there. Also here, Sean says, which again, you can't really argue with him. He goes, "Oh, I'm sure that Bret Hart's just scared of Owen. Just scared of him. That's why he doesn't want to take the match."
I feel like Shawn Michaels should just retire and be a commentator.
Dude, he is delivering a ton on this episode.
He really is. He should be a commentator. He should be a commentator today.
I would be just totally down for that.
Yeah. Because you are right. Because throughout the entire episodes, it's like it's making you think. It's like, well, he's right. Well,
he's saying what I'm thinking.
Right. Right. It's like I know you. We're like the one of the same. Like we're the same person.
Yeah. So again,
it's not even like all humor either.
No.
Valid points, like analytical.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Playing it straight. Some of these comments in here, he's playing pretty straight, and this is another one of them where it's like, yeah, he's Brett's just scared of Owen, and it's like you can't really argue that.
Right?
Is that why Brett won't do it? So, yeah, this was definitely a highlight of the show for me. Again, Owen got a hell of a match out of this kid, and does it in a way that makes him look good, makes himself look good. Gets the sharpshooter victory. Owen's on a roll. Owen is on a roll. So I am 100% on board. I look forward to how it continues.
Yeah, and just remember that Mike Bell was part of a really good documentary, Bigger, Faster, Stronger, which was about it was made by his brother. I know it was on Netflix for a while there. So
is it a wrestling one or?
It's about steroids.
Oh, okay.
Use of steroids, and Mike Bell was like still trying to get in the WWF.
Yeah,
and it was like 2011.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was just like the boat had sailed, dude. Like it was never going to happen. So, but it's
really
like
if it didn't happen then, it's going to happen in 2011.
It was, it's funny because at the time he didn't have the body for it, but it really, if you look at Mike Bell and you look at a guy like Rhino. Mike Bell was probably 6 years too early.
Yeah. Yep. Same body shape, exactly.
Right. So you're 6 years off, dude. Like it would have drastically been different probably for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good squash match for Owen. He's killing it right now as a heel. There's no doubt about it.
For sure.
He's killing it.
Yep.
We go to Paul Bearer, who is cutting a promo about caskets and how Taker builds them, and they're like in the area, whatever, doing all this bullshit. The casket will read "Rest in peace," and that's what Taker. He's like, "Well, rest in peace," whatever. I mean, that type of stuff is the stuff I've been seeing in like '93. It's been going on for 2 years. It's the same bullshit. Kamala, rest in peace. John Gonzalez, rest in peace. I don't care. He's totally zoned out. But you probably have more information on what?
I have kind of a little bit more of a breakdown, but it's funny because I'll get to it. So we're at a barn workshop. There's fog. It's this whole mysterious thing. Bearer comes out of the front doors. He welcomes us in. And to Bob's point, he shows us the Kamala casket.
Right.
And it's funny because Bob's right. It's literally the same thing, the same sequence. Undertaker's building the casket, and it's got your name on it, and it's a special casket, but every casket's been special. So it's like it is. It's a lot of the same thing. Bearer does, you know, one of a kind caskets being built. It'll be double deep and double wide. And so we finally get to kind of the back of the woodworking shop, I guess I should say. And it's Undertaker back there, and he's just whittling away on the casket, and it's like this one little piece. And he like looks up. He's like, "Oh, rest in peace." And it's so funny because it's like, what are you even fucking working on? Not only that, how couldn't WWF afford to just hire a company to build the casket? Like, why does Undertaker have to build it by hand by himself? Like, can't this company just buy one?
Well, maybe like specially made is by him, so he has to do it.
Yeah, but he
wants to do it.
Yeah, but he's a talent. Just hire somebody.
He's dead though.
It just says he's got nothing better to do.
I wonder if Vince McMahon, when it came to taxes and all this shit, they're like, "Well, we understand you have a character by the name of the Undertaker." And it's like, "Well, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, just write him off on the taxes. He died.
I can't pay him. He's dead. What is he gonna do? Dead." And you know damn well, this is an era where maybe people still believe in it. They're probably like, "Oh, I know what, he's right."
IRS is like, "Yep, write that off."
Yep, that's for charity.
Yeah.
Dead Man Incorporated. Okay,
great. Donate to them. Yeah, it's
played out.
I don't know. It's so played out. It's corny. It's passe.
Yeah.
And the whole killer is when they finally get back to the Undertaker. He's just whittling away on this little piece of wood. Like,
it's like he's been hitting that piece of wood for like 8 hours.
Yeah, he's like rubbing up the fucking like the sandpaper on it. It's like, dude, what are you fucking sanding? Yeah. He doesn't know what he's fucking building. Yeah. It's just bad. It's whatever.
Well, that brings us to our main event. It is the Head Shrinkers taking on Phil Apollo and Jerry Seavey. Needless to say, the Head Shrinkers don't have any issue with these two bums. I literally just have the finish here where Fatu wins with a top rope splash. I mean, it didn't even come across like a memorable squash match anyway.
No. And this Seeley guy looks like he weighed maybe 90 pounds.
Yeah, he was this is the smaller one.
Not looking good. They hit their STO, like their double face buster or whatever. Fatu comes off the top with the splash. It was a mugging. They ran right through him, but it wasn't an impressive one. Like Bob said, it's not like a memorable one. It's really run of the mill, and that's what the enhancement matches as of late have been.
The memorable ones are when the enhancement guys would be like dead on the apron.
And they just drag their body off to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first time PJ Walker, I thought he like broke his neck. Then they did the next week or whatever, and it's just it's an angle. Like they're fucking just lifeless.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like tag each other in. It's like, dude, you're dead. What are you doing?
Dude, stop.
I'm selling.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, no. So it was, I don't know. There's really nothing even to say about it. So whatever.
I mean, it's a good win for Fatu after his loss to Savage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
A little recovery.
Yeah. We then are told what's going to happen next week, and that will feature highlights of the finals between Alundra Blaze and Heidi Lee Morgan for the WWF Women's Championship. WWF Intercontinental Champion Razor Ramon will be in action, as will Lex Luger. And apparently the feature match next week. Get ready for this one, folks. It's Marty Jannetty. Hey, that's pretty cool. Taking on Johnny Polo. So that is how we're closing out 1993 with a Johnny Polo main event match with Marty Jannetty.
Well, maybe we'll finally see what all the fucking hype is about with this bastard.
They must see something in him.
They must
continually put him on the show. I mean, he's obviously good as Raven, but as Polo in Flamingo, he was pretty good too. Decent.
Yeah.
But with this character, I mean, Maybe he just didn't know how to work that heel style of what they needed him to do or something.
I don't know.
It's not really panning out for me all that much.
Yeah, I just if they released him fucking in next week's notes, I'd be like, well, it was a good run, kid.
Well, you could release him, and then I could not say anything, and then 6 months from now, I'll be like, "Hey, remember Johnny Polo?" And you'd be like, "Oh yeah, whatever happened to him?"
He got fired.
Yeah, there wouldn't be like 2 episodes go by. Oh, we haven't seen Johnny Polo.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't either. And it's just, he's not captivating. Right?
He's the Kamala of managers. It's like, oh, he's still on the payroll. All right.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we got to use him.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So compared to last week's episode, probably slightly better. Like the Tatanka Borga wasn't a complete train wreck or anything.
Yeah, we got more ankle development.
Yeah. The Jarrett debut was a massive disappointment.
Oh man.
But Owen Hart kind of cancels that out with his work.
Yep. Sean on commentary was
Sean,
a nice gem.
Probably MVP of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commentary. Yeah, so probably like middle of the road. Like last week's was a totally skippable show. This one's probably middle of the road because you still get the debut of Jarrett, so you probably would want to see that just to see how he would do.
We know Adam Bomb's still alive, which is nice.
Yeah.
I was starting to get worried. I was like, okay, where is this dude?
He needs to have a breakout 94. Like if he's in the Royal Rumble, he needs to throw out 7 guys.
Holy fuck.
You know?
I hope
and one
so,
of them should be
man.
like Mabel, but on his own.
Oh.
But he just flings them over. It's my nuclear radiation. I'm taking over.
Sean and Diesel are like, dude, what the fuck? We were gonna do that. He throws their asses out. Like, get fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Then Virgil comes from behind screaming, I'm going to WrestleMania, and he tosses him over.
Clotheslines his ass over. So there you go. What's that? That's 4.
Yeah, and then Virgil's like running backstage, like, I'll be there for 11.
Oh my gosh.
Angle there.
Fucking Johnny Polo, he could throw out. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Rick Steiner, toss him out.
Yeah.
Who needs him?
Sure.
Toss out Brett too. Why not?
Fuck it, Brett. If Luger's in it, toss his ass out.
Could you imagine if Adam Bomb went on a shoot mode and he just eliminated everybody and then like Bruce Pritchard and he's gonna like what the fuck?
Oh my god!
It's Adam Bomb versus Yokozuna, our main event at WrestleMania 10, and it turns out to be like the greatest decision ever. And Adam Bomb's like the biggest star. He's on Regis and fucking Kathy Lee
with the goggles. With the goggles.
His tongue's all red.
Total destruction.
He's the new WWF World Champion. Adam Bomb. He just comes out eating like yellow. His skin's just yellow.
Fucking god, dude!
I ran out of medication, so I'm turning yellow.
the gold on the belt's melting due to the radiation. Holy shit. That would be the best thing of all time. If he just started shooting in the Royal Rumble.
Just tossing everybody.
Tossing motherfuckers out.
He's not even the number 1 entrant, but he just pushes over the side. He's like, come on, everybody, let's go. He just tosses everybody out.
Drags
First person
Vince
to eliminate
up
all
the
29.
Yeah. Drags Vince up from the table, throws his ass over the top rope.
Oh, no, he grabs Vince McMahon, pushes him against the apron, and goes, I ain't nails. Like, whoa, man, shit. Bringing real life into here.
That's right, bitch.
Yeah.
You thought the federal government's fucking you over. I'm taking your goddamn championship.
Mike Campbell will like this one. You thought Shawn Michaels was taking the gasoline from Diesel. Well, buddy, you're taking my gasoline right now.
Down the throat. Oh, fuck. Dude, book it.
Do it.
Let's go. Adam Bomb shoot.
Fucking A. Could you imagine that?
That would be awesome. I'd be in full support.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, or you're getting your ass thrown over the top rope.
Adam Bomb will threaten to sexually assault you if you don't do it. That is what we're learning.
That's right.
Yeah.
He'll get you with his warhead.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we have 1 episode left before we're done with the 1993 officially.
Yeah.
And then we go right into 94. Now, next week's episode, we're going to, I guess, kind of do like a year-end awards.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we did mid-year. So we might as well fucking do the whole year.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So I'll write up a little list and then I'll send it to you, Austin, and then we will reveal ours. And then probably like after that airs, I'll do a post on Facebook or something, and we can read them. If there is any, if anybody wants to just help us out for once and read them on the first one. Are you like showing me your balls right now? What are you doing?
I'm trying to.
Holy fucking hell. All right. Yeah. So that'll be fun to see, who our wrestler of the year is, maybe your favorite Virgil moment, stuff like that.
All of them?
All of them. That's a trick question. So I'm glad you picked up on it. Yeah. So that'll be fun to do. And then season 2 begins. I guess you could say this was the rise of ICOPOD, and then season 2 will be the fall.
Ouch. God, I hope not. I'm hoping for some sunny days, my friend. Because fuck.
Yeah, you're looking for sunny days, but you're gonna have to settle for Luna Vachon.
Well, hey. I love a woman with her scalp.
Yeah. I love a girl that has flames on her scalp. That's my favorite type of woman.
Gets me going, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
No, I think on the whole, hey, we stuck through 93, through thick and thin. And don't get me wrong, I would say it's been a little bit better than 50-50. It's definitely been a better year than I ever thought it was. So that's kind of a nice surprise. I definitely thought there was more shit than there actually was, as far as just total shovelware for footage of wrestling. So that's nice. I mean, there's definitely some wrestle crap, and there is. Going all the way back to think about, well, shit, the Nasty Boys doing the fucking mustard thing and so there's definitely shit in here where it's like, oh yeah, that's 1993. But there's also stuff in here that is worth seeing, and there's angles in here that is worth kind of investing in. It's an interesting year. It was an interesting year. I'm sure 94 is going to be just as turbulent as far as angles and people coming and going. So I'm not necessarily too worried about that. I'm just hoping more as a generalized statement, those ratios increase a little bit. Like I want to see a little bit more good compared to 93. So,
I think I would give this year like a 65-45.
Good versus bad?
Yeah.
So 45 was bad?
Yeah, and 65 was good. Now, if you do math, that would equal not 100. So I was really hoping you would pick up on that. But it's 110%, because that's what you're supposed to give, is 110%.
Well, that's what I give, so that's why I didn't question it.
Okay.
Do you only give 100%?
No, I give like 47.
Well, I 100% don't give a fuck. How about that?
Wow. So you're still
10%. I give.
I was gonna say you give 10%. So you're
10%.
still...
I don't give a fuck. Well, how about that, buddy? Okay, jerk. And while you're at it, can you fucking tell people, hey, please share our shit around. Tell your fucking friends. Like our shit.
Why not, man? If you loved us, and this, you know what, and realistically you should, because all the people that said, hey man, watch Battle Royal from Alberta Hall, you fucked us over real hard on that one. So the least you could do is, share it on your Facebook pages, or, flood various message boards, probably get banned from the message boards, and then just make another account and then just do it again.
Just put a number at the end of your name each time. Yeah,
I mean, it's really easy. All you got to do is you set up a Gmail account or a Yahoo account, and you just make a bunch of those. I mean, they're not going to like ban you or nothing. It's a fucking email.
Yeah.
And then you just continuously do it. So, and realistically, if you want to, you can make each username like ICOPOD 1, ICOPOD 2.
You got to hear it. You got to hear it 1. Well, funny enough too, like on Facebook, I'll see, because I have other wrestling pages liked, and anytime they share something from like that era, I'll be like, hey, check out ICOPOD, because we want other fans to hear it. We want other opinions. We want other experiences that we can share with you guys, because the more people that are around and talking about it, the more we can share and talk about it. So that's cool the way it works. Also too, for some reason, I know it's important, But make sure to rate us. I know we still don't have a rating like on iTunes as far as like a star rating. So make
Okay.
sure to like give us a rating or something like that. If you're sitting there, you got the page pulled up anyway. Give us what you think we deserve, whether it's 1 star.
Well,
whether it's
don't
5,
not what we
whatever.
deserve. If you want, like, send me your PayPal, and I'll throw you a couple bucks. Give us a 5.
Money talk, man.
Everybody's got a prize for the $1 million man.
That's
So
right.
come on.
Well, you know, they're gonna.
Or how about this? How about this? Okay, I will give you guys a promo code to where you can watch Sunny on Skype for free. Yeah. So you can watch her do stuff with like a cucumber or something. It'll go in green. It'll come out a different color. I'll promise you that. It's quite the show. Not that I would know.
It would come out brown.
Dun 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 dun. Cucumber. Bum 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 bum.
You know
bum,
you
bum.
want me.
Sunny. Dun dun dun. We've had battles before.
Next week on Raw, Sunny versus the cucumber. Dun, dun. Revenge. Dun, dun. Stiff competition. Dun, dun. Yeah. So there you go. That was worth 5 stars itself. Fucking rate us.
You know what? Because if you don't, motherfuckers, what I'm gonna do?
You're
This
getting
is-
the cucumber.
Yeah, okay. What I will do is I will make it so that you have to pay for every fucking episode. So each one, right? So next, for instance, if you don't want this to happen, next week's episode, you'll go to click on it,
$10.
and it'll be like, oh, $150 to the following, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, oh, I have to do it. I've been following it for a year. They say it takes 21 days to develop a habit. Well,
Yeah.
motherfuckers, you've been listening to this for 52 goddamn weeks. So do you know how much money I could get out of you guys? I'm being generous with 150.
That's right. And those bonus episodes, you better be willing to drop a bonus check, motherfucker.
Let me tell you right now, there's a fucking comma in those ones.
Holy
Battle Royal from Albert Hall, all you motherfuckers. That's, you know what? That's 1,500.
shit.
That's at least. I will never forgive anybody for that ever.
That's right. What the fuck,
Oh,
man?
it's such a great show. And then, so like Nick O, right? He was like, "Oh, dude, sorry about like Albert Hall, like, right,
Yeah.
or something like that." And then Mick Price, he's like, "Oh, I never said Albert Hall. I never said it." But
Everybody's turning their back. No, dude, it wasn't me.
no, man, I never
No
did
way.
that. So like, he was just like, he tells me and says, I mean, I even looked at the card and it doesn't even look that good.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what the fuck, man? What is
Oh,
with
shit,
everybody? What is with everybody saying? No, you gotta watch this. It's
Because
just
they're
the
all a
same
bunch of
12
UK marks.
But, yeah, Johnny.
Damn it.
Fucking mother. God damn it.
So
Yeah, so.
we love you.
Yeah, I mean, everything I just said was out of anger. I'm not going to do any of that. It'll be free forever. Don't worry. ICOPOD will live on forever.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Keep
we
it up,
went
motherfucker.
we went a year without ads. Maybe there'll be one time where you'll be hearing us talk about Virgil and suddenly there's an ad for like NPR or something. I don't know. We might insert those in there because at some point we got to make some money, brother.
That's right. Cash the checks, break the necks, bitches.
What is this, chronic? Jesus Christ. Chronic.
That's right.
Ridiculous.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, before I sign off here, I just want to also say that as you could hear, my connection crapped the bed. So, Spectrum Internet here in upstate New York, you can go fuck yourself. So, for us in Skinner, I am Bob Collins Jr., and this has been ICOPOD.
You gotta hear it.